Punk Uncle here, what's happening? We are on a road trip right now. My wife Jennifer is holding the camera as we speak. We left Central California this morning and we are almost to Southern Oregon, which is our destination. And this is the very first Wine Me, Dine Me, and 29 Me video. We're gonna do some mountain biking, we're gonna do some wine tasting, we'll do plenty of eating, we'll probably hit some breweries, and we're just gonna drive around and get a feel for what this place is all about. I know there is just a ton of killer mountain biking here, and I've been hearing some stuff about the wine scene really kind of getting on its feet. So I'm excited. I'm stoked to check out Ashland and Grants Pass and everything in between. So it should be a good trip. Hit that subscribe button if you want. Click the Punk Uncle Show logo anywhere on YouTube. That'll take you to the channel's main page, and from there you can access all of my social media accounts, Facebook, Instagram. You can link up to my Strava and see our rides from this trip. You can also catch my Vivino wine ratings. I think I'm getting close to 2,000 wine ratings on Vivino. I might be over that, I don't remember. But anyways, everything I'm doing, you can catch it all there. So hang out, enjoy the trip, and hopefully this is gonna be a lot of fun. We're in Grants Pass. It's our first morning here, and we are about to go for our first ride. So we're here at Cathedral Hills. This is 15 minutes from our Airbnb, really close to town. It looks like a pretty interesting trail system. Not a ton of video out there on YouTube, so we're gonna try to fix that. Get some video while we're out here today for this video, and then possibly a couple of trail POVs, see how it works out. But we're gonna go check this out and take you along for the ride. Let's go. How's Elton feeling this morning?
He's still trying to wake up.
This day, March 27th, 21. So, whenever you watch this, if you think you want to see the route, go check out my Strava for this date, and you'll be able to see it. And if you want to find my Strava, there's a link to it on the channel homepage on YouTube. Okay. We got to climb. Ooh. Want to do a black trail, hun?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we'll stay on hogback. That's skinny. That looks good. We've encountered the first major buzzkill of the trip. Jen's dropper remote is just decided to not work at all. She basically can't ride today. Got to figure out, hopefully, somebody here locally that can help us out. Maybe, since Jen's not with me now, I'll adjust the route, do some stuff that you maybe wouldn't have done otherwise. It looks like a big area when you look at it on Trail Forks, kind of just the sheer number of trails, but so many of them are like less than a half mile. So you could, so far from what I've seen, even though I'm riding blind, you can roll through this pretty confidently because I haven't seen anything gnarly yet. This is a blue trail. A little exposure there, but very flowy, very groomed. The odd rock or tree root here and there. Oh, cool switchback. Tight little switchback. A couple of roots, like I said. Yeah, I mean, as far as blue goes, this is pretty chill. This is a beautiful place. No doubt about it. Keep rolling because this is pretty sick. Again, very little in the way of tech. Odd route here and there like that. Okay, we're gonna hit a black. This one's called Bridges. saw some old footage of this trail on YouTube. It's like 7 or 8 years old, I think. Nothing current that I could find video-wise on this trail system really at all. Little pumpy. Oh, that's fun. Actually pretty cool. This is like one of those places where you can come ride 30 minutes, you can come ride 3 hours. It's a compact area with a lot of diversity within it. I mean, it's like you'll be riding one trail and you look over and 15 yards over there's another one. So they made the most out of the space they had, that is for sure. It sucks that Jen's bike went down, because this is a great area for her to ride and build some confidence. Now we're gonna hit Sugar Bowl. Why it's rated black, and I might be saying that too soon, but it's just good looking flow. Feels like I'm in California. All right. Well, I'm bummed that we had a mechanical kind of poached our whole ride here, at least as far as Jennifer being able to do it. Glad we came, glad we checked this place out, and glad we know it's here, because we'll probably be coming back to the area, and family friendly trail system like this is definitely something we will be interested in revisiting. Gotta give a huge plug to Dawn's Bike Center in Grants Pass.
I don't know, I was gonna cross that way too.
We brought the calling in with the dropper issue, and they were super cool to spend some time checking it out. We finally figured out it was actually a housing issue up by the head, so up near the post. So it wasn't the lever itself, the cable was actually getting stuck. So they spent about 30 minutes messing with it, dropped everything to help us out. So if you're ever in Grants Pass or nearby, need some help, Dawn's Bike Center. You guys are super cool. Helped a couple out-of-towners, got us back so that now we can ride the next couple days. Pumped. Love these dudes. So a little hiccup in the plan today with the whole dropper post issue, but since we got that dialed, we actually came into town not planning to. So threw off our schedule day. So we were looking for a quick place to grab some lunch, because we're gonna go back and shower and then go do wine tasting. And we found a really cool spot called Sunshine Natural Foods. They had some great wraps on their menu, and we were able to just walk in and get some stuff that now we can kind of eat on the fly so that we don't miss our wine tasting. Right off of 6th Street, and it's like right across from Horny Goat Brewery and right around the corner from the best bike shop in Grants Pass. So anyways, we're gonna eat and then keep rolling, go get cleaned up, and Go see what's up with this wine around here. We are finishing up a tasting, actually just finished a tasting at Troon Vineyard in Grants Pass. So this is in the Applegate Valley, and this is a wine region completely new to us. Didn't really know what to expect. Looked up climate information, so I thought I had an idea. And we came here because this winery is shifting right now to being focused on Rhone varietals from the Rhone Valley in France, and they're also certified biodynamic. So both of those things were intriguing to me. That's a region in France and varietals that I'm fond of, and I think biodynamic farming is a great thing for wineries to be doing. So I was hopeful, and the wines were actually really good, better than I expected. So this area gets hot in the summer, but the diurnal shifts, the nighttime cool down is pretty dramatic, and that lends itself to really good acidity in the wine, and that's something that I always look for. If a wine doesn't have good acid, if it's just kind of flat, that's when I'm not a fan. So if you come back, or if you come to this area, I would highly recommend Troon as a tasting stop, and we will definitely be back when we come back to the area. Here's a look at Troon, the winery we just tasted. Some of the estate vineyards here on the property. You'll see in the vineyards all this stuff growing between the vines. That's the biodynamic farming. So biodynamic farming consists of, instead of using a bunch of fertilizers and chemicals to feed the vines, they grow different crops intentionally between the rows during the year. And what they do is they grow things that are complementary, that replenish the soil with nitrogen and the nutrients that the grapes need. So they're using a natural way to feed, and basically keep the soil replenished of nutrients. So that's when you hear biodynamic farming, that's what they're talking about, is this practice of growing intermittent crops between the grapes throughout the year. And it's an amazing practice. It's had great results in France, and it's really cool to see some wineries in the US starting to adopt this practice. One thing I can tell you about this Applegate Valley is it is stunningly beautiful. I mean, I like vineyard, wine regions in general are usually pretty and just nice places to spend some time in, but this is kind of ridiculous. I mean, this place is just, it's breathtaking. It's so pretty, so peaceful, mountains every direction, clean air, which is amazing coming from where we live. Yeah, it's just, so far so good. I'm digging it. All right, we are here for day 2 of the riding portion of this trip at Mountain of the Rogue, near right outside of Rogue River, Oregon, and the I-5 is literally like 100 yards to my left. So super easy to access, and I've seen some video on YouTube, was checking some stuff out before the trip, and it looks pretty awesome. They've got a nice paved parking lot and bathrooms here, which is a good thing to know, and we're gonna go check out, see what the riding's like now. The way this trail system works, from what I can tell, is you climb up to the top and then ride back down. So we're starting with a climb called Rat Pack, and from what I've looked at on Trail Forks, it's about a 2.5 mile climb up to the top of a really fun looking blue downhill trail called Sasquatch. We have made it to the top of Sasquatch, the top of Rat Pack, the climb, and we're about to start the downhill Sasquatch, and as you can see, we've already spotted him. So that's where we're headed, and I'll show you. I don't know if the trees, if you can see, but way down there in the bottom of that valley floor is where we came from. So we've climbed at least 1,000 feet, I would say, in about 2.5 miles. So, starting Sasquatch, and we're gonna take this nice and mellow. I got Jen behind me, and Auntie Jen is still pretty new to mountain biking. You might not even be able to hear me talk with all those wind noises. thing to learn is that if you want to ride as a couple, you have to adapt your expectations in the way you ride. So when I do these travel videos where we go check out an area and it's her and me riding together and doing everything, they're going to be shorter and much less aggressive rides than, you know, if I were traveling with my son and my homies, you know, because it's just a different ride. And that's cool. I'm still getting to check this out, and I will still come back. What you got, Sasquatch? Slow, but man, I want to hit this stuff. I'm watching the trail. You watch for Sasquatch. Cool. If you look at Trail Forks or any map of the Mountain of the Rogue trails, if you look at the Sasquatch Trail, the reason it got that name is it's actually on the map. The trail makes the shape of a Sasquatch. So currently riding down his inside right thigh. We've seen this place before. This time we're going left down to pay dirt, which is a green run. That'll take us back to the parking lot. Definitely a little more California-ish over here at Mountain of the Rogue compared to yesterday at Cathedral Hills. That really flows nicely. Oh shoot. I hope the GoPro is doing even 50% justice to the views of this Rogue River Valley and the mountains on the other side of it. This is a great one. Just turn your body into it. Turn your torso into the turn. Good tip for the switchbacks. What I do is I lean the saddle into the inside of my quad, I guess, like lower thigh. It's like right kind of, yeah, my thigh. And turn your belly button, point it into the turn. So what people tend to do, I think, is kind of like lean away from it, and that makes switchbacks really hard. And that was something I struggled with big time. Just finished. We're running short on time. The climb took longer than I expected, so we got to go run down to Ashland now, check into a new hotel, take a quick shower, and then we're gonna go out for another wine tasting. We just got to Irvine and Roberts Winery, so, and I don't know if you can see this place, but the views here, once again, pretty spectacular. So we got a recommendation to come here from the gal that we tasted with at Troon yesterday. She's French, so I trust her. So anyway, we're gonna roll up to this nice looking tasting room and see what it's all about. Well, the verdict is in. Irvine and Roberts is legit. So pretty stoked on this place. We to be honest, like, it's just Southern Oregon's not a known Pinot Noir region, not a known region for Bourgognian varietals from Burgundy in France. And the Pinot Noir and Chardonnay were both really, really good here. They had some exclusive bottlings, barrel select type things that were really good. So if you ever see a bottle of Irvine and Roberts Clandestine Pinot, I'd give it a shot. The entire Clandestine and Convergent series of wines, we did kind of 2 of their more exclusive tastings, and we're really pleasantly surprised. So if you guys are ever in this area and you want to taste some wine, Irvine and Roberts for sure is a place to come. The wine's good, the hospitality is excellent, and the tasting room facility is beautiful, and the view, second to none.
You should get your beer in there.
So we're eating at a restaurant called the Brick Room in Ashland right now, and see the bar's pretty sick. We got those fries, and we're about to order entrees. Pretty decent whiskey list we discovered. They actually had Elmer T. Lee on there, so that's never a bad thing. Anyways, we're gonna get these entrees going and see what's up, but so far, pretty legit. Crab ravioli. And some sockeye salmon. So I am in the Ashland Watershed, and a slight change of plans today. Jen's legs are cooked from the climb yesterday, so she decided to sit out the ride, so that changed my route plan. The upside to that is I got a partial shuttle here. So she brought me about halfway up to the White Rabbit parking area, and I'm gonna ride up the service road back here to the top of the Caterpillar Trail. And I'm gonna hit Caterpillar and Jabberwocky, and then meet up with her at what's basically the top of Lithia Park in town, or very close to town in Ashland, right after I finish this. So I'm gonna start this climb, and then we'll pick it up with POV on the trail. Okay, your boy is up here at the top of the Caterpillar Trail. So from the White Rabbit staging area or parking lot, it was actually less than a 1.5 mile climb up here, all up the service road, and pretty mellow. I mean, a couple of steep spots, but overall gentle, just a good warm up really. So Caterpillar, Jabberwocky, hopefully find Jen at the bottom somewhere there. Let's get on this trail. Looks like we're gonna gain a little more elevation at the beginning here. Okay, so definitely want to ride Lizard at some point, but we'll stick with Caterpillar for now. Okay. Wow, that was really quick. Okay, now we're on Jabberwocky. So I didn't do all of Caterpillar because it picks up, it actually crosses the road right there and goes back down to where I parked at White Rabbit, or where I got dropped off at White Rabbit. I'm actually glad Jen didn't come. This would have been kind of a bit much, these turns. Well, you got to look through these corners, man. You cannot look off the side of the berms like that. You just got to be eyes right through them. Eyes and belly button into the turn. Look at these corners, man. So good. Oh yeah. I don't know what's on the other side of this. Okay. So there's some big doubles, and I mean right into turns. Well, that takes some sack and some trail knowledge, man. Whew. A little sketch for me. Give props to my guy Eric, aka Floppy, aka at FlopNotMTB on Instagram. He knows this area pretty well, and I was talking with him about some route options, and he was like, you gotta do Jabberwocky, man. And just described it perfectly for me. It's like some big doubles, huge berms, some wall rides, everything's line of sight, G-outs. It's got all that. As with everything in this trip, this is my first time seeing this trail. So, riding at a, let's say, responsible pace. This is the first anything like this I've ridden on this bike. So Evelyn and I are still getting acquainted. And to me, this is the epitome of what a blue trail should be like. Too much for a real beginner. They're gonna get super scared of a couple things here, but your intermediate to advanced riders ride this trail with a little bit of trail knowledge, really rip on this thing. But this is a lot more technical than blues I rode at Cathedral Hills and Mountain of the Rogue on this trip for sure. Water oil. Alright, just finished Jabberwocky. Hey, that worked. Man, look at this creek. Oh man, this place is so beautiful, it's stupid. Phenomenal riding. Oh my gosh, I cannot tell you how badly I want to get back here. We're at a little restaurant called Pie and Vine. Right in downtown Ashland, and starting off with some lovely fried calamari. Look at this, linguine and clams. And this is the pizza called The Tray, and it has Castelvetrona olives, which are my absolute favorites. Food here, pretty on point. Back home, doing the editing of this video, I realized I forgot to film an outro for it as we were heading back. It was a whirlwind trip. We packed a ton into 4 days, but had an absolute blast. And what I can tell you about Southern Oregon is whether you're gonna go for the wine, for the food, for the mountain biking, or just for a pretty place to escape, it's gonna work for you. If it's a doable trip from wherever you're located, I highly recommend it. I know we're gonna get back there as soon as we possibly can because we just scratched the surface of what we wanna see there. So thanks for watching the video. Hopefully this is the first of many of these Wine Me, Dine Me, and 29 Me series of videos where we kind of do more of a travel vlog type of thing. And I hope that you find that really helpful. Please hit that subscribe button. That helps me out a ton. We'll see you on the next one.